It was extraordinary to be looking forward to such an adventure. And then to get here and only make it 6 days, oh, that broke my heart. I was ready to go so far in this game. I mean, you know, all the books tell you and all the great sages tell you that to see something in your mind's eye and to work really hard usually ends up with reward. And so to come out here and to put so much time and effort and love into something and to have it cut short for reasons that are literally not to be put blame on anyone, it was disappointing. I think what people don't understand when they watch Survivor is it's a lot more real than even I anticipated. The no drinking water for 3 days straight, that was very real. Not having any food to eat is very real. Not having the capability to get food or to boil water or to make fire is very real. Things go through your mind and your body that you don't ever experience in the city or even out in the country. I mean, people live some pretty hard lives, but this is extraordinarily different. Oh, I'm ridiculously proud of the game I played. If there's one fallacy I made, and trust me, it's the one thing that goes through my mind all the time, I made the cardinal rule of forgetting that we're not logical beings. I don't care if you're a man or a woman, we're not rational. We think we're rational, but we're not. We're purely emotional. And so I'm sitting there at Tribal trying to convey a rational message. I'm trying to convey a logical message to my tribe about all the 10,000 reasons to keep me, and I forgot. We're emotional beings. I should have appealed to their emotional side, not to their rational side. And I actually teach that. I teach that every day in my construction classes, that we're emotional beings, and if you want anybody to change, you need to get them and attract their emotional side, not their rational side. I ignored my own advice. I had a few injuries that weren't just painful when I got them, but they actually remained painful for days after I had them. Everything from the bites and burns on my face to the parasite in my ear. And even with all of that pain, sitting there at Tribal and my alliance thinking I betrayed them, and that just gutted me. I thought, no, nothing's wrong, nothing's happened. What are you guys doing? It really, that was painful. That was hard to take. The best part of the game was probably being in agonizing pain for over 24 hours and not quitting. The best part was when I finally realized that, you know what, there's nothing that can happen to me out here that I can't take or that I can't endure. That to me, I've been through a lot of challenges, but it's been a few years since I've been through a challenge this hard. So to come out of that the next day and be okay, oh, and then to go right to a challenge right after the parasite was gone, I felt invincible. I can't say I learned anything new, but I can say I'm reminded of something that foundationally is very important to me. Henry David Thoreau said, "Be grateful for all the good things that happen to you in life. And since everything that's happened to you has contributed to who you are, be grateful for all things." When I was in prison, I could not imagine a worse hell. But now I can tell you that it's one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me. It literally saved my life. So to be voted out second, sure, it might be disappointing now, but I think there's going to be great lessons and great things to come from this. I don't see this as necessarily being a bad thing. There's a lot of things I could have done different. I think, you know, it's easy to think back, hindsight is 20/20. But if there's one thing I would have done different is I wouldn't have been so nice. I wouldn't have catered and cared about other people's feelings so much. I would have been more concerned with playing my game and making sure I made it further than worrying about other people's feelings and making sure everybody's taken care of and everybody's happy. Day one, when I aligned with Scott and Jason, it felt right. It absolutely felt right. It's like, okay, guys, we're actually gonna go pretty far. This is kind of exciting. It felt right because I knew I could beat them both. So to get rid of me so soon, I don't want to admit that it was smart, but sure. They're obviously both still in the game. I followed my gut instinct. That was probably the most painful thing, is I followed my gut instinct, and my gut instinct, right or wrong, got me out of the game after 6 days. I can't say if it was right, I can't say if it was wrong, but gut instincts have a way of putting us in the position that we're meant to be in. I just didn't like the position it put me in. Doesn't mean it's right, doesn't mean it's wrong, it just means I didn't like it. I've realized that there is no real preparation you can do for this game. It's so multifaceted. It doesn't matter how strong you are physically, how strong you are emotionally, how strong you are mentally. This game will push and test you to limits that you never even knew existed. And so then to add the social aspect on top of that, I don't really think you can be prepared to come out here. And I think the best way to play this game is to come out and be yourself with no expectations. The memories I got from here, they're gonna stick with me for the rest of my life. They're absolutely, I have no ill will towards anyone. We were all being who we were at that moment, and that's Survivor. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy I came out here. I'm so grateful that people have this attitude about people getting voted out first, second, third, 10th, 11th. Truth is, only one person wins this game. 17 people don't win, and one person does. And I'm proud to even be part of the 18 that got to come out here.